Buongiorno from our home in Sicily. Today we're going to go to the mall. Yes, they do have malls here in Sicily. We're going to do a little walking tour and wait till you see what Alfred got himself.
I'm telling you right now, there are malls and there are malls in this world, but the malls of Sicily, they are malls. That's all I want to say. Seriously beautiful places.
All right, let's go. Parco Commerciale. That's a great aerial view of this big mall. 2 floors and really has just about everything in here. So let's go. There's all types of shops that are more affordable than others, let's say. And even a spot for the kids to play. So while you're shopping, they can hang out, and you can't be anywhere in Sicily without a gastronomia, tavola calda. They have gelato, granita, brioche, all types of tavola caldo. Let's go see. 1 o'clock, so most of the things are gone, but you get an idea. Panini and all types of things. They've always have spots here in the mall that are coming and going. This shop right here is under construction. This is the center area, and there's always some kind of a display. And it looks like we've got a Sicilian artist over here, or maybe other stuff too. But this is definitely Sicilian. Valley of Temples. And then, looks like Mazda. Mazda has their cars out here. Okay, here we go. La Cariatide, Association of Academic Artists. Beautiful. Looks like different artists. Chiara Rapisardi, Riella. Alright, so not just Sicily, all over the world. Now that's beautiful. Sunflowers are my favorite. Here's some kid stuff. Pretty good artists. And then in like Christmas and other times they have food stalls right here. Lujo, that's a great brand name. I love their stuff. Believe it or not, we do have some travelers who come with us and ask us to go to the mall. Because, to be quite honest with you, there are some really great Italian brands. Makeup on this side, shoes and clothes. Here are kids' things for new babies. And it's well kept. It's pretty place. You can get just about anything here. Bookstore and diary. Here are some of the books on sale right now. Ooh, Socrates. Agatha and the Future. I haven't divided like thriller, new arrivals. I love stores, romance, young adults. That's my favorite. That's a pretty good mix of titles from all over. Not just American and Italian. Oh, Jane Eyre. Charlotte Bronte. Love that book. But also Alexander Dumas, French, Christine Bronte, Jane Austen, Louisa May Alcott. Stairs and all types of ways to get to the second floor. There's even an elevator. And up here, more clothes. It's pretty though, right? Saldi, saldi, saldi. Sale, sale, sale. Need some sports gear? There you go. And the cool thing is they have some, American brand names as well as Italian. And of course there's not just one bar where you can get coffee and other things. Here's another one right here. And right now is March, so sales, sales, sales everywhere. €15 for that. Yogurt, gelato, crepes, pancake. And then there's another food shop right there. You're in Sicily, what do you expect? Well, this may surprise some of you guys, but Sicilians love their burgers. Old Wild West is the name of this place. There's a Dakota American burger, Mexican nachos, wraps. What? Galetto Al. Norwegian salmon. Okay. So there you go. Everything American, Sicilians just love. On weekends, you can imagine, just like any other mall, it is packed. It's, what day is today? Oh, today's Wednesday. That's why there's very, very few people here. Jewelry and perfume.
So this is one of the benefits of living in Italy, because this is a European Union store from France, Chiabi. And I would suggest that if you see one, jump into it, because the deals here are just unbelievable. Let me show you what I bought for a total of €90. Hold on. I bought, of course, 6 pairs of beautiful socks, a beautiful running outfit that's not only a sweatshirt but a pair of pants with it. I have the same thing in black and the same thing in blue, okay? These are what I call home pants. These are the ones I hang around the house with, but I'll be all set for next winter. And I also got a nice gray top there, okay? So I got 3 running outfits, 3, 6 pairs of socks, and then another one, another top, €90. When I go to the States, it's, Under Armour is $50 for one piece of pant. So anyways, European Union, this is the store, Chiabi. Remember that name? It's gold, gold, complete gold.
You know what? I do need a new bathrobe. That looks pretty. Actually, I'd rather have it all white. Anyway, household items. Yes, McDonald's. If you need great electronics, Uniero is the place. Hard drives, computers, telephones, and that's where I'm gonna get my phone. Ooh, that looks like a comfortable chair. But not just like electronics like this, but stuff for the kitchen and all types of useful things. Even bikes. Wow, the quality of those videos. Oh my gosh. Talk about beautiful handmade desserts.
Sta vicino alla gazzellina.
Crayons. Really works of art here. Clara's cakes. Wow. Oompa Loompa. Oompa di Talone. Oh my gosh, look at this. Tiramisu. Tiramisu with beer. Of course you have to have a pasta, but also they have poke bowls. What? Cold cuts. Oops. Specials hamburger. Specials from Italy. Burritos, sandwiches. Hamburger and meat. They have pizza and pinza. Salads. All these choices. What do you think? What do you want?
Okay, but I just wanted to inform you. Okay, ciao.
And the patatine. Alright, so we just went on this shopping expedition. Alfred made out like a bandit. And I can just hear this question coming. Esther, Alfred, you live in Sicily. Why did you go to a mall to go shopping?
Great deals, and thanks to the European Union, the last 5 years, there's been a proliferation of stores that I had never even heard about, okay? That are French, German, Spanish, and the prices are just unbelievable.
And
That's why.
You know, the malls, if you go during the winter, there's people doing laps over there, like they do in the United States.
Yeah,
great food, get great cultural attractions, like I showed the art collection and the Mazda collection. So it's a great little shop.
Most of these places have 2 floors, okay? And as you walk, there's a rotunda. You kind of walk around, and I would say from November 1st on, every week, there are cultural things to do, whether it's artisans selling their wares, whether it's Christmas and wherever it's going to be, Easter wherever it's going to be.
There's always art, there's always great stuff.
Settings in palm trees too, because you go to these malls, there's palm trees growing in them. I never saw a palm tree before in New England, that's for sure.
All right, so there are great places to shop in Sicily besides the mall, of course, downtown Catania and Taormina and Palermo and all the cities. There are great streets where you can go shopping. We're going to go to the outlet mall in just a second, but I got to tell you that it's really, whenever you go there, you can find a bargain. For instance, I bought this, I believe in December or January. Love this top, and this is actually my 4th or 5th of this style. Same shop. I know they'll have it. I love the colors. The quality is excellent. So, shopping in Sicily.
You know, Esther, there's a couple things I found out this week after being here for all these decades, right? The first thing I found out is that the French stores, the big department stores, are now coming into Italy. Because I went to a French store, as I said, and what is it? What's the big deal? Why does Alfred even care about that? Because they have size XXL. They even have size XXLL, or LLLL.
That was
okay?
amazing.
I could
Unbelievable.
not believe the selection. I said, "Now this kid." First, I thought it was a Chinese store, right? But it wasn't a Chinese store. It was a French store, and the prices were cheap,
Yeah,
right?
you said even
and the selection
better than
was
Target, better. Yeah, a lot of those shops in that mall And also in other places you can get really good bargains.
So anyway, je parle français, Oji.
Oji, a little
I'm
bit
so
of it.
happy. And what do you have over there
Listen,
before we go?
speaking of shopping, before we go to the outlet mall, we've got these brand new t-shirts in our shop down below.
That's mine.
Alfred got himself this one, or I got him
With a sport jacket
this
and a
one.
pair of jeans,
And
how can you go wrong?
of course, we also have all the Yumi and Sicily and Sicilian project
Stuff too,
in our
as well,
shop.
yeah.
Also mugs, also all types of things. Okay, listen, we always go to the village, the outlet village, when we go to places like Enna or Piazza Armerina in the province of Enna because it's very convenient. So a few years ago, I took this video, little walking around the mall, so take a look. You will not believe where we are. We're in an outlet mall in Sicily. Dozens of stores. There's Ralph Lauren, there's Dolce & Gabbana, Prada, lots of stores, dozens of stores, Versace, Gucci, Timberland, there's a Nike outlet. We're right outside of Enna, the belly of Sicily, and this little place over here opened a few years ago with lots of Italian stores, American stores even. Polo is here. But I wanted to give you a little glimpse. It's clean, it's beautiful. There's cafes, there's restaurants. You could spend half a day here for sure, just walking from store to store and taking in the atmosphere here. So I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit from, an outlet mall in Sicily. Now that outlet mall has probably about 100 shops, small, medium, large, a bunch of cafes. It's beautifully located right in the heart, or I should say belly of Sicily in the province of Enna. It's about an hour and a half or about 2 hours from Catania, same distance from Palermo, so it's a great little spot. The selection of shops are not just Italian, also American and other types as well.
It's on the A19 going to Palermo, okay? And from Palermo, it's on the A19 going to Catania. But if you're in a hotel, ask the concierge for the shuttle buses because they have shuttle buses going to these places all the time. So sometimes they're free too, okay? So that's number one. But I wanted to talk about the biggest mall on the east side.
Wait, before we go away from that mall, I just want to make sure that you guys know that there are some tourist attractions around there. So you could do half a day in Piazza Armerina and then go shopping. Or you can do half a day in the city of Enna and then
you're right.
shop.
You're right.
You know, so you can couple it up. It doesn't have to be your sole destination. It can be added on to that. So that's all I have to say about that.
And there are restaurants too there. What I was going to say is in Catania, they have a place called Centro Sicilia, Centro Sicilia. That's located on the A18 as you're heading towards south towards Siracusa, or if you're coming up from Siracusa to be on the toward Taormina, okay? But it's right there. It is the biggest commercial mall. It's actually a series of buildings. And what do I mean by that? Well, you've got your Nike store there, your New Balance store there, your Skechers store there. You've got Apple's. You've got all the national brands that you would find any place. And for example, the Skechers store, okay, they have 3,000 pairs of Skechers there available for the clients. That's my preferred, walking around shoe. And I remember we went there, Esther, for what it was, your computer or your battery?
I needed a battery, so It's a great spot. And we've had instances where people have had trouble with their apples, so we've taken them over there. Let me just tell you that outlet mall, Sicilia's outlet mall is in Agira, is one of the largest outlet malls in southern Italy. So it's definitely a big destination. Now, you may say to yourself, oh, why do I want to come to Sicily and go to a mall or go shopping? Well, to me, the bargains, the type of clothes, even, good old ones like Benetton. Benetton was a shop that I used to go to, in high school, college.
Yeah, yeah.
And it doesn't exist in the United States. Here, it is very much alive, and it's a great shop. And I'm not, we're not sponsored by any of these shops, by the way. These are just some things, some ideas for you. So it is definitely a great bargain, and the style too. You know what I found, that some of these shops, you may have them in the United States, but the styles are very, very different.
The guy when I was checking out that French store, he gave me a great idea. He says, Americans are going to be seeing this. I says, how can they get this stuff? He says, here's what you do. If you're coming to Italy, or you're coming to, say, Rome, because these stores are in Rome too, what you do is you shop online, but you press the icon that says, I will pick it up at the store.
That's a great call.
Okay, so for San Giovanni La Punta, where I went, you would shop online at that French store, or Max Mara, for heaven's sakes, and you would say, I'm going to stop, I will pick it up. Okay, now Target does that in the United States.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they did that in Europe. So what does that save you? That saves you a huge amount of shipping costs.
Yeah.
Okay?
Speaking of Max Mara, we have
Yep.
our friend Jen, who comes to Sicily once a year to do her big shopping, and I believe, Jen, if you're watching, you did get better deals at Max Mara here than in the United States. And by the way, you're also helping, as in you guys, are helping support the Sicilian economy.
Not only that, but I believe it's every traveler. They've upped the amount that you can bring back to the States duty-free. I think it's 1,600 like that now. Okay? So basically, if you can get free shipping to number one, and then get duty-free, hey, baby, what else do you want? And if you have a credit card, you pay with the credit card, you get cash back. Hello!
But wait a second. Also, if you spend after a certain amount, you have to bring your passport with you, and you can get some money back at the airport. So
you want to know something? I want to talk to you about the duty-free stuff. Esther, there's a couple of hints over here. The first hint is, when you arrive in the United States or your destination, you get duty-free. Now, I'm using the term duty-free. I guess I could say custom-free, up to $1,600 of merchandise. Okay, do you understand that? Now, in Italy, you pay what they call a VAT, V-A-T, essentially a value-added tax, which you can get back at the airport. Now, here's my cautionary thing with you. You need to bring that stuff with you, I believe.
You have to have your passport with you when you go shopping. They'll fill out a form and so forth and give it to you. So make sure, if you're planning on making big purchases, to bring your passport or a copy of your passport.
And the other thing I was going to say is, give yourself extra time to wait in line for the VAT refund. Because if you're coming from Catania, sometimes those early flights, the 7 o'clock flights going from Catania to Rome, it's not open. Okay, so then you get to Rome and you have to rush to find it, the refund facility there. So, you're going to give yourself extra time to find that. I know many people who were irritated because by the time they found that, they had to run to the plane. So that's just a little.
Can you get that money back in the States, or do you?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think you can get it back from the States, but I could be wrong. I'm not that familiar with it.
All right. So in any case, let's move on to in the past year-ish. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of rain, which has caused some major damage in the house.
Oh. And
so last year this year, we painted the entire house. That means everything had to come off and then put back. And we still have some reparations happening, like new doors. We're probably going to get a new background here. So anyway, the other day, the workers were here and I took a little video. So take a look. Even though our house has been completely repainted, fresh coat of paint, there's always work to be done. I love how we got to redecorate the entire house with all our beautiful stuff. And now they're putting on a new door right out here, Because the old one, well, it was old. So there's always stuff to do here in the house. Always.
You know, Esther, our house, our condo is concrete construction, all right? And concrete is made with 3 items: sand, reinforced steel rods, and concrete, okay? No insulation, 0 insulation. So when it's rainy and cold, like, it's bad in the house. We wear sweatshirts, we put the heat on, etc., etc. But the thing about concrete construction that I've been researching about, you see, these contractors, a lot of them are unscrupulous, okay? Because there's a certain percentage of sand to concrete that you're supposed to put in. But they cheat always, because concrete's expensive, sand is cheap, all right? And typically, after 30 years, the cheapness shows because the rain begins to seep through walls, seep through roofs, and then everything gets wet, and then when it dries, guess what happens? The dreaded mufa appears. What's mufa? Mold, okay? So, when you're living here, you need to be careful about that. If you have new construction, there's no problem. I would suggest, if you're going to rent a place long-term, ask about that.
Who's calling you?
I don't have my phone with me. I want to thank you, folks. A lot of people have been responding to our community, which there's a button down below that says, please join our community. We have 2 levels, $1.99 and $2.99 a month. You have no idea how helpful that is for us. I mean, this week we had to put gas in our 21-year-old car, right? 62 euro, right? Just to go around shooting some of these things that you saw. Just the gas is profoundly expensive over here. So what we do is whatever money that we make on the video app component goes right back into, let's go on the road, we have enough to get there and back. And our community helps us.
So thank you.
So thank you very much, okay? We really appreciate it. The Sicilian Project, for those of you who have reached out and supported us over the years, we're just finishing up yet another class here on the East Coast. Our class on the West Coast is going well, and that's all 100% thanks to you. That's www.thesicilianproject.com. If you can make a donation, it's tax deductible because we're a 501c3. And that's it. That's what I wanted to say.
What's up for next week? I think we're either going to go to Taormina or to see Palazzo Biscari in downtown Catania, or something like that.
I'd like to go to the Piazza, the Palazzo.
Palazzo
Yeah, I
Biscari.
would like to go there because you're going to Taormina anyways,
We're
right?
watching a great Netflix series that we'll tell you about very, very soon. But trust me, it is probably one of the most beautiful sceneries of Sicily, and it's called The Leopard. So we'll talk about that because the Palazzo Biscari was one of the locations. On that note,
well, I'm going to be home pretty soon in a few more weeks. But 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks.
Are you going to miss me, buddy?
Of course.
No, seriously, are you going to miss me? I'm going to miss you too. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for standing by. Thanks for your support. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on another video of me in Sicily. Ciao. Oh, wait. Can you see how green everything is? Have a great day, everyone. Ciao.